Hello and welcome to Core Finance. I'm Matt Brown. We're joined today by Craig Erlam, Senior Market Analyst at Oanda, and we're going to go do 3 videos today, starting off with the first video looking at euro dollar. What have you got for us here, Craig?
Just an interesting break. We've had this very strong upward trend for a while. I think I've brought it up in a few previous visits. And each time just saying that if once we see a break of that trend line, it could signal possible correction. I don't think we're seeing a broad-based reversal. I think the euro is still, in most people's minds, among the strongest potential currencies for the period ahead, because we're still in the very early stages of the unwinding of its stimulus and potential tightening, whereas the US is well on its way, and you wonder how many more we're going to see. And there's obviously questions raising about whether Yellen will still be chair come February the 4th and what that means for monetary policy. But interestingly, from a purely technical standpoint, we've seen a break of the trend line, and now we've taken out those previous lows. In fact, we've actually kind of got a head and shoulders pattern there, with the first shoulder coming, I think we're looking just toward before the start of September, second shoulder forming last week, and then the head being that peak. So the fact that we've seen a break of that neckline suggests we are finally going to see that correction. We've got initial support around the 116.60s. It wouldn't surprise me if we break below that. It wouldn't surprise me if we're heading back towards the kind of 115.50s, 115 kind of levels, which would be conducive with a head and shoulders break. Obviously, textbooks suggest that you get these price projections from head and shoulders, one of the benefits of them. So a break of the neckline, you then expect a price projection of between the shoulder and the head projected lower again, so that takes us round to the kind of 115.50s, 115s. And then it's going to be interesting to see how the markets react from there, because that's a moderate correction, but if you look at where we're coming from the lows, you're only looking at about a third of the move. So it'll be an interesting test from that point, but at least we're finally seeing something of a correction. Now you get the test of just how bullish people are. People, I think, are going to be keen to buy the dips, but as always in this game, it's not just a case of suggesting that they're going to do it. It's a case of trying to get the point at which they start doing so. So that'll be the interesting point. Like I said, we'll see while they test these recent lows, and then we'll look at the 15, 15.50s and then the fib levels from there on in.
Fantastic. Craig, thank you very much.
Thank you.